Hey everybody, it's Laura and Paula again with Kismet, and we are here today to talk about the Circle of Seven. So if you are a Circle of Seven person, you may already be aware of this. If you got your report on our website, it is kismet.com. You look up your birthday, you get your report, and you'll know if you're a Circle of Seven. But Paula, first say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, and she's going to tell us about the Circle of Seven. And Paula knows the Circle of Seven really well because she is a member of it. So Paula, take it away.
Yeah, so other names of this category of cards is the fixed and semi-fixed cards. And we won't go into the definition of why they are described that way, but those are personality characteristics, which indeed show up in this group. So the Circle of Seven, let's just go through it really quick. It's the King of Spades, the Jack of Hearts, the Nine of Hearts, the Seven of Diamonds, the Eight of Clubs, the Two of Hearts, and the Ace of Clubs. So, the Circle of Seven, when you meet another person who is in this group, there is a kind of intensity to the relationship. There is a sense of it maybe even being ancient. My daughter is the Eight of Clubs. I'm the Seven of Diamonds. My mother is the King of Spades. And between the three of us, there was definitely some very, very intense development going on. And because my mother passed the torch on to me, that growth above all else, the three of us have really grabbed our growth by the throat, so to speak, and have used the Circle of Seven dynamic to do some incredibly deep work. So if you're really into doing your deep work, these people will be such a blessing in facilitating your growth and development. On the other hand, if you are struggling a little bit more with your growth and looking at yourself, the people in the Circle of Seven of group can trigger you in a really profound way. Yeah, the Circle of Seven it's a mystery. Another dynamic that is in place here is that you have karma and you have it out the wazoo. Karma meaning you have worked together, you have a purpose and a destiny together, but it may not be clear what it is in particular. So just because you're in the circle, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy or hard. What it means is that you have a really strong and ancient connection and that you are continuing with that. So it may be really blissful. There may be a wonderful sense of, oh my God, this is so familiar. Like my daughter when she was little, I had to explain to her at one point, I'm the mom this time. I know you were my grandma before and you think you're in charge this time, but you're not. And
So if you are a Circle of Seven person and you go onto our website and go to the Cosmic Connection sections and look up other people in your life, you will quickly find out if you are both Circle of Seven, because we have marked that as one of the cosmic connections. If you and the other person are both within the Circle of Seven. If you're not a Circle of Seven person, it might be that you have a planetary ruling card that's a Circle of Seven, which is their second most important card, which they can find on their one-stop shop page on our website. Tell us about people that might have the Circle of Seven card as a planetary ruling card.
right, okay, so a good example is my partner. He is the Three of Clubs, and he is a Libra, which means the Nine of Hearts is his planetary ruler, and the Nine of Hearts is the twin soul card of the Seven of Diamonds. So there are two pair in the Circle of Seven that have this interchangeable relationship. It's the Seven of Diamonds and Nine of Hearts, and the Ace of Clubs and Two of Hearts. And it's like they're two sides of the same coin. And so when they meet each other, there is a very powerful connection. It's supercharged. But when it's someone's planetary ruler, as in the case of my partner, there's a slightly less intense charge. And you can Circle of Seven people need non-Circle of Seven people in their life because they're less intense, they're more normal. There's a sense of grounding and sequence, and I think Circle of Seven people can get kind of lost in an internal. And I'm a seven, so I'm going to say this, of course, but there's such an internal thing going on that you need people outside that circle to just kind of like the crowd to just sort of move you along down the street and give you a sense of grounding. So yeah, but for the aspect that my partner and I do share that Circle of Seven connection through his Nine of Hearts planetary ruler, there is a very deep, intimate sense of, man, we remember each other. I mean, when we had our first quote unquote date, we knew within about 4 hours that we would be spending the rest of our lives together. And so we were in a grocery store, and I always say by the time we got to frozen foods, we were talking about where should we live? Um, yeah, so that kind of recognition can happen within the circle. Another way that Circle of Seven can affect non-Circle of Seven people, and this may be a little complicated, but if you have a Circle of Seven card in your hand, and particularly if it is your Pluto or your Saturn card, you are going to have a karmic connection to the circle.
Oh, okay. Because Pluto and Saturn are really karmic in their
Yes.
nature anyway. Yeah. So you can go to get your kit on your one stop shop page on our website, and then you'll be able to plan your hand out. So you can come back to this video and check in with what the Circle of Seven cards are. And then you can see if your Pluto card or your Saturn card are those Circle of Seven or are one of those Circle of Seven cards. Then you'll have a connection to the Circle of Seven itself, which means you'll have a connection to every single card in the Circle of Seven. So it kind of expands your potential for intense and important relationships. And that wraps up this show. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Feel free to check out the rest of the episodes in Cardology 101 to learn more about the Destiny card system. Jump over to our channel, Dear Kismet, where we are doing a weekly show that answers your questions about life issues, and we'll be talking about celebrities and world events. You can also jump over to our website. It is kismet.com to learn more about the cards you were dealt and get some goodies to help you explore and do your own internal work. We'd love for Cardology to become as embedded in the collective consciousness as astrology and numerology are. So share with your friends and family. We are on Instagram, Kismet Cards, and Facebook, it is Kismet. And just a reminder from all of us at Kismet, do your work.